Hey, what's up, everybody? Just wanted to do a real quick video here for you. I wanted to talk a little bit here about avoiding burnout when you play Football Manager and what I do to avoid burnout. So, just so you know, before I decided to start making a blog about my game and putting stuff onto YouTube and messing around with all of this, I spent some time playing Football Manager just on my own, and I had a number of saves that were going on, and they were doing okay, and they were moving forward and all of this stuff, but I would find myself getting just totally frustrated and totally burnt out with the game, and I found myself just not wanting to play anymore, not wanting to try anymore, and it was an awful, awful place to be in. I want to help you avoid getting into the same bad place that I was in, so I've got a couple of tips here for you on how to avoid burnout. The first tip, more than anything else, I'll switch over here to Football Manager. The first tip is to play slowly, right? As you have noticed, if you have been watching the whole time, and I sure hope you have, not only have we won like every match except for a couple friendlies, but I go slow. I play one match a day, as much as I can. There is a reason why I play one match a day. I don't want to burn myself out. I don't want to have Football Manager turn into like this major force in my life that I have to spend like 7 or 8 hours a day doing. Right? It's a fun game, but if you spend too much time playing this game, you are going to go crazy. Don't do it. I know that people on YouTube do this all the time. I read the forums. I know that there are people on the forums who are like, oh, look at this. You know, my new gen is here, and then next thing we know, it's like 5 years later into the future and stuff. I know that there are people who do nothing but play this game all day. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's more fun if you slow it down, if you get to know the players. Trust me, it's more fun to get to know the players than to go really, really fast and be like, oh yeah, what was the name of that guy who scored a lot of goals for me in my first season? I don't remember, right? So I'll give you an example here. Luciano Para, what I really want to do when I get enough information is I want to do a real deep dive into some of these guys and show you some of this stuff. But Para is a great player. I don't think he's on any Wonder Kid list. We found him like in the middle of nowhere. This guy is on huge amount of money for us. Yeah, we got him for 1.9 million out of the B club for Cobreloa. He has no caps at all. He should have some. He scored 33 goals for us in 21 games. I mean, he's just an incredible player, right? I want to enjoy this point in time. I want to enjoy this guy being a good player, right? I don't want to like push forward as fast as I can to the future to see what stats he might have in the future. I want to have fun playing with him now. That's got to be your focus. You got to think about what's going on now, what is going on in my save right now, and what can I do to enjoy this before the children grow up. So that's the first point. Second point to help you understand this game is to understand how stuff works, to help you avoid burnout, all right? So there's some stuff in this game that's a little bit difficult. I was talking not long ago with Max over at Evidence-Based Football Manager about stuff like personality and stuff like that. It's not 100% sure how this works. We don't know everything. But when you learn about stuff like the personality system and why it is better for us to put all of our faith in like these professional guys as opposed to guys who have like really negative personalities, who are slack or who are unambitious or whatever, when you understand how professionalism, ambition, and determination work in general, the game becomes easier and it actually starts to become more fun because you have less players coming to you with stupid concerns. You have less players who are like going to be out drinking all night and not practicing and doing all this other stuff that happens in people's saves. You want to avoid that. Instead, you want to learn how the game works so that when you play the game, you kind of know what you're doing. You don't have to be an expert at the game to have fun with it, but you should learn how it works. Third point, avoid burnout is to try different challenges. Right? Play someplace you haven't played before. Try one of these nomad type challenges. Right? You could call it like non-league to legend. You could call it like park to prem. You can call it like whatever it is that the other big YouTubers call it. You know, try a journeyman save if you haven't tried one before. If you have done journeyman saves, instead try to stay with one squad for a while and see what you can do. You can try a build a nation save. You can try one of those crazy saves where you can't buy any players at all and you have to use youth players and you're not allowed to like have scouts and stuff like that. You can try one of these director of football saves. I hate the director of football because he usually makes bad signings, but sometimes he has a really good one, right? You can try a save with a combination of things. So here, I mean, we have all of the staff and stuff. I'm not in charge of hiring like any of these guys except for the head of youth development, you know, which I just changed out again for a model citizen. And you can try stuff like that. Try the game in hardcore mode, right? Take away the star ratings. I find it a lot more interesting, a lot more enjoyable to do that, because then I'm not like, about to rip my hair out because of what a guy's star is, and why did this guy lose half a star, and how come this attribute went up but this other one went down? And I mean, forget about it. Who cares? Let the coach worry about that, right? You care about the team. You don't care about that stuff. Same thing with tactics, right? You can try different tactical challenges. I know a lot of people will like to go through and be like, we're going to do tactics testing. Well, it's no fun if you let the computer do it. It's more fun if you coach it yourself. And then you're like, hey, wait a second. Why did we just give up 2 goals to this team that we should be completely destroying, right? Try different things with the game. It makes it more fun. And then finally, and the most important thing, I've talked about this over and over again, and I'm going to keep talking about it, is the story. Let the game tell you the story, right? We get frustrated because we want the story to be our way, and we are suddenly like a great team or whatever. I came up as a coach with nothing, and then I won everything, and I'm the best. No, let the game tell you the story, right? Let the game tell you the story about a guy like Jubin from Jiamusi, who is 16, who was in the under-19s, and who really should be on the first team squad. Bring him up. You see the guy who should be on the first team squad? Great. We're going to put him on the first team squad right away. Let's see what happens. If we lose a game because he made a mistake, he made a mistake. We lost the game. That's part of your story. Let the game lead the story for you and go along with the story and pay attention to the story and learn more about it. And you'll find that it's a lot more interesting. It's a lot more fun. How about this guy, Xu Jiayang, who I bought for like a little bit of money from this random club in the division above us, right? He's not supposed to be good enough to play at this level. The coach is telling me, don't start this guy. He can't do it. Well, guess what? I mean, we've had 2 games, right? He's been good enough in these 2 games, 6.8, 6.9, great stats, making goal contributions. He's playing well, right? This is part of the story. Let the game set this up. Let the game tell you the story. Let the game, go out there and try to prove the game wrong, or let yourself fail and have the story develop from there. This is the stuff that you need, and this is what you really need to avoid that burnout. Look, don't be like I was. Don't delete Football Manager because you're totally burnt out in that game. I did that, right? And it was, at the time I thought, I've got to fight against, video game addiction and all this stuff. What I should have done is I should have slowed down. I should have said, we're going to do it one step at a time. And then I should have done what I'm doing now, which is, hey, let's take this project and share it with other people and see if we can't make it into something bigger. Maybe we can help somebody else out, right? Maybe we can tell somebody a story that's interesting to them. Maybe we can give people advice for how they could play the game, right? Maybe we could do something that's constructive with our time instead of just going over and being like, okay, I'm going to play through, this full season in 5 days, and I'm going to keep playing while I'm in meetings for work and doing all this other stuff, which I've done in the past. Don't do that. You're going to get burned out. Instead of getting burnt out with a game, give yourself the game in little bits and little doses, play a little bit every day, and enjoy it and have fun with it and be happy. This is a game, right? It should be fun. We should be happy about it. There you go. Hope that helps some of you. Stay tuned to the channel for more. We're going to have a lot more videos like this coming up in the future. And check out my save while you're at it. It's a lot of fun. Talk to you later. Bye.